There's an operator out there who runs hard all month. The truck is always moving, he's always busy, and at the end of the month, there's nothing in the account. Cannot figure out why. The reason is simple. He does not know his real cost per mile, so he keeps taking loads that lose money and calling it staying busy. Let me show you how to find that number. Cost per mile is your total cost divided by your total miles. The math is easy. Getting it honest is the part that people miss. Here's the first mistake. Total miles means all your miles, loaded and empty, not just the paid ones. The second mistake is leaving costs out. Most operators count fuel and the truck payment and stop. But the truck has a lot of bills attached, and if you skip half of them, your number looks great and your bank account doesn't. So the real formula is fixed costs plus variable costs divided by every mile you ran. We'll build it in two pieces. The bills that hit no matter what, and the bills that climb with the miles. Fixed costs are the bills that come whether the truck moves or not. You owe them sitting in the yard on a Sunday afternoon. The biggest for most operators is the truck payment, and it ranges a lot. A 5-year-old truck runs around 50 to 60,000 bucks, $1,200 a month. Now a newer truck is a different story. A new sleeper runs anywhere from 160 to 220,000 bucks, and a well-spec'd out one lands around 190 to 200,000 bucks. Now that kind of money is well over $3,000 a month. And it's not just the price of the truck, it's your financing. Semi-loans run anywhere from 4% to over 20%. Strong credit and a couple years operating puts you in the single digits. A first-time buyer or a rough credit can see 15 to 30% and a big down payment on top. So two guys can buy the same truck and have very different payments. Now one more thing, if your truck is paid off, you're not done. Set aside 15 to 25 cents a mile for the next truck. The replacement is a real cost, even when the payment is gone. Now, the trailer. You are buying a trailer too, and it's going to have its own payment with costs on top. A dry van is the cheapest option, around 40 to 50,000 bucks. A flatbed runs, about 60 to 90,000 depending on aluminum or steel and what kind of spec it is. Now, a reefer is usually the most expensive, 65,000 to 100,000 bucks new. The reefer does not stop at the price. It runs its own diesel engine for the cooling unit, so you have two engines plus extra maintenance and a separate reefer breakdown policy with your insurance company. Now, a flatbed carries its own gear. The straps and chains and binders and tarps and a million other things you carry with you, they all wear out and they all get replaced. They all cost money. Whatever you pull, the trailer and the extras go into your cost per mile, the same as the truck. So keep that in mind as well. Next is insurance. Primary liability runs between 8 and 15,000 bucks a year. Physical damage adds another 3 to 6,000, and cargo is another 1,200 to 2,400 bucks a year. So a new authority pays more, up around 14,000 to 22,000 dollars all in. Now this will drop after a couple of clean years, but at the beginning it is pretty rough. Now blended over your miles, insurance lands anywhere from 10 to 18 cents a mile. So it's just going to depend on how much you run. Then you have your plates, permits, registration, IFTA, and compliance. Roughly 2 to 3 cents a mile there. Many are going to be your annual permits and things like that, so divide by 12 for the monthly piece. And the small stuff like ELD subscriptions, accounting software, a place to park. None of it's going to be huge, but it all goes into the final number. Variable costs climb with every mile that you run. The more that you drive, the more that you spend. The big one is fuel. Usually 25 to 40% of your whole cost per mile is going to be in diesel. Now diesel right now is high and moving. It run anywhere from about $4.15 to $5.35 a gallon lately. We have seen it go past $6, so that's on you to keep track of that. At those prices and 6 to 6.5 miles a gallon on fuel efficiency, fuel lands somewhere around 70 to 90 cents a mile. And here's the part to hold on to. That number moves when the pump moves. When diesel jumps, your cost per mile jumps the same day. So you have to definitely keep track of that. Your operating costs change, especially the more you drive. Next is maintenance and repairs, and this scales hard with the age of the truck. Budget $15,000 to $25,000 a year for a truck that's got over 100,000 miles. A newer truck under 300,000 miles runs anywhere from 10 to 15 cents a mile. Past, say, 500,000 miles, it climbs to a quarter. Anything over $750,000 miles, it can hit 35 cents a mile and higher. So you do need to budget for those older trucks. Inside that, tires are $3,000 to $6,000 a year, brakes are $1,500 to $3,000. Then the big ones, an engine overhaul can be $15,000 to $25,000. A DPF replacement, for example, is anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 depending on model and what type of truck you're running. Now, most are preventable with on-time service, although service does cost money. But to help keep a repair from becoming a crisis, fund a maintenance reserve and set aside money every single week into it so that when the truck finally does break, you have some money to help cover that. There's a trap in here that ties the fixed and variable sides together. A used truck with a $1,200 payment looks cheaper than a new one at $3,200. That makes sense, common sense. But if the truck costs $2,000 a month more in repairs, then you're paying about the same or more. Now compare the total cost of owning the truck, not just the payment. The cheap truck is not always the cheap truck. Now, last couple items, DEF, that runs about a penny or two a mile. Then you got tolls, scales, day-to-day costs, all of it goes in. Before we put it together, one quick thing. This kind of cost breakdown is what the free trucking education over at aftdispatch.com goes deeper on. You can sign up on the homepage or at aftdispatch.com/go. And an owner-operator carries more cost lines than the core ones here. IFTA and IRP, the 2290 heavy use tax, permits, factoring fees, load board access. Each gets its own breakdown in a future video, but today we're staying on just the core method alone. Now the payoff, where the number earns its keep. Here's how the fixed cost spreads. Same fixed bills, 2 months running. Run only 8,500 miles and they spread across fewer miles, so the per mile cost is higher. Run 10,000 miles and they spread thinner, so the cost drop. Round example numbers, but that's basically the whole lesson there. Fixed cost spread thinner the more you run, which is why a slow month hurts, but staying moving only helps if the freight covers your variable cost and puts something towards the fixed side. Add variable cost per mile on top of fixed, and a typical operator with a finance truck in 2026 lands around $1.50 to $2 a mile all in. That's your real number. Once you have it, your break even is total monthly expenses divided by total miles. Take freight below that line and you're paying to work. That's the whole point of the number. Now, deadhead. You do not get paid for empty miles, but you always pay for them. The fuel, the wear, the time, putting deadhead into your total miles is what makes a number honest. Count only loaded miles and you fool yourself because your cost per mile looks lower than it is. Try to keep deadhead under about 10% though. And here's the discipline it buys you. Say your real cost is $1.75 and a broker offers you $1.70 a mile. Now, if you don't know your number, you take it because it feels like money. Now, if you do know it, you say no, because you can see that you would lose a nickel a mile just to haul the freight. Now, knowing your real number is what lets you say no and be confident about it without having second thoughts of maybe I should have taken that load. Now, one last point, cost per mile is a working number, not a set it once. When diesel moves, it moves. When a repair hits, it moves. Run it again when things change. Now, next time, I'll take those other cost lines, the IFTA and IRP side, and break them down the same way. If this helped, a like and a subscribe tell me to make more of it. Drop a comment with your own cost per mile or what you want covered next, and share it with an operator who's still busy and still wondering, where's the money?